Welcome to Clement Udoma channel. Okay, today I'll be treating on how to create sign up pages. So we are going to see how to create some different projects with our CSS and HTML. So we are going to style it, create different sign up pages. I'm going to show you the techniques and everything that concerns CSS today. So the first project that we are going to do, we are going to design a survey form. As you can see here, survey form. Remember, you create a file HTML in your folder, then we start here. So before we continue, so you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please go to your subscribe button and click on subscribe. So after clicking there, make sure to click on the icon so that you can also get the notification on when I'm uploading my video. And please also, if you don't understand anything, just comment and also make sure you like the video. Okay, so we continue. Now we want to create a survey form. Now when we talk about a survey form, is like getting reports from a person. Like this survey form, we want to get a report from somebody that wants to date a father's daughter. So that's what we want to get. So first of all, we create a form. We create a tag called form. Okay, this tag is called form. This form, we introduce a header. And we call this application for permission to date my daughter. Okay, so that's the application. You have given the header right there. So from here now we introduce a paragraph a p tag. So in this p tag we are going to introduce our b tag. This b tag is for bold. So we create this place note. We want to give the person some important notes. So here we type form is to be completed at least 21 days prior to date. Okay, so that's it. So we are done with this one. Okay, so let me reduce the screen size. Control. Okay, so we continue from here. So what do we want? We introduce a field set. I'll later explain the meaning of field set. A field set will make your work in a form manner. Like you introduce this legend. When I introduce this legend always come after the field set. I'll explain after this legend. Like you want to introduce personal details. You want to get the personal details of the person. Now if I go to my browser and refresh, this is new website. I click on this. Sorry, let me open this. Okay, I've just opened it. Now you click on survey to, okay, as you can see, personal details, application for to date my daughter. You see this personal details, this line here. Now if I zoom this, now see this line here. This line is because of that field set, the legend that I put it there, and that's why the thing is showing like this. That's the meaning of field set. Like you put your data in a box manner. So we continue from here. The next thing that we introduce our label. We want to label it. We introduce our label. And what do we call this our label? We'll call it name, to get the person's name. And what do we want in the next thing? We want our input. We want to insert our input, and this input, we want the type to be text. We want to get the person's name. So from here we now close it, and we introduce a placeholder. This placeholder will be enter name. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. If I go to my browser and refresh, okay, as you can see, name, enter name here. This enter name here is because of that placeholder, and this is my name, the label here. And let's continue. So the next thing that we are going to do right here, we want the person's address. So I'm just going to copy this label. I'll just copy this and press my Ctrl C, then I press Ctrl V and paste it down here. Then I change this place to address, because I want the person address. After introducing the person's address, I just want it here, address. Then down here is still text, then enter address here, enter address here. Then down here also, I'll just press my Ctrl V. I need the person's email also. I'll just change this place to email. I delete it. Then what do I want? This place, this text, I need an email, not longer text. Just it will be an email. Then enter email here. Enter email here. Then the next thing that I need the person's phone number. Ctrl V. So what do I want? Phone number, shift phone number. So what type do I want? I want digit. I want numbers here. So I just put here numbers. So I would say enter 11 digits here. Enter 11 digits. Enter 11 digits here. If I just go to my browser and refresh, as you can see, address, email, phone number. So I'll just use the BR tag, the break tag, to bring it down. I'll just use the BR tag to bring this guy down. So introduce the BR tag, bring you down. Go to this other place in the label, use the BR tag, and also bring this guy down. Ctrl Z to return. Okay, BR tag. Then I close it. Then here also I use enter my BR tag. Okay, I go back to my browser and refresh. I'm using Windows Explorer as my browser. Okay, it's not okay. Here also I have to introduce my BR tag. my BR tag here, BR tag. Then I go to my browser and also refresh. Okay, this place of address, I need to introduce BR tag also. Address here, BR tag also. So let's go back to the browser and see. Okay, so that's it. So we just come here and scroll down. As you can see, your personal details, you have enter name, address, email, phone number, and things like that. So that's it. So let's just see, let's see. Okay, let me see, let me remove this BR. Control. Okay, let me see, refresh. Okay, Control Z. Let me remove this BR from here. Okay, then I click on Control, refresh. Yeah, so that is what I want it to be. So I'll just go and remove from the label all the BR tags from the label so that it will be arranged very well. Okay, go to the browser and also refresh. So as you can see, your personal details, name, address, email, and phone number. So the next thing here, you want to test the person IQ. If the person that wants to date your daughter is really sound, so you introduce Ctrl V also. And what do you want? Before we introduce, let's introduce the BR tag here also. So we need the person's IQ, then enter IQ here, enter IQ here. So we go to our browser and refresh also. So let's just scroll down. As you can see, name, address, email, phone number, and IQ. So that's it. So we continue with our form. So the next thing that we are going to do right here, we are going to introduce another label. Okay, before we introduce the label, let's introduce the BR tag also. We introduce, okay, let me just scroll up. So here we want, what do we want as the label? What do we want as a label? We need the person, we want to know the person's gender, whether the person is a male, female, or hermaphrodite, anyone that the person wants to be. So here you are introducing a radio button. So your input, you close, your type will be a radio button, no longer text. So it will be what? Radio. Then you now close it. You close it there. So in this place of radio, you input male. Or let me remove this label and put P, like a P tag. Then I'll just copy this, Ctrl C, then Ctrl V, then I remove this place and put female. Then down here, Ctrl V also, and I remove this place, put other. Okay, we go to our browser and refresh. Okay, you just scroll down here and you see gender, male, female, anyone you want to click, whether it's female, male, or anyone you want to click. So let's just go and introduce the BR tag. BR tag, close this. Okay, the next thing that we want here, we also need, this time around, we need a P tag, and this P tag we want to know the date of proposed outing, proposed outing, date of proposed outing. Okay, now you go down and you introduce your input. You introduce your input also. From this input, what do you need? This input, the type that you want, the type that you want here. What type do you want? You want a date. Okay, that's the date you want it here, so that's off. You go to your browser and refresh. Okay, let's just scroll down. Okay, see it here. Once you click, you choose your date. Is it 2021 for it? Oh, just click it here. Okay, let's continue. So now we move to the next thing that we are going to do here. We are going to introduce another field set. We are done with our other fields. I want to put it in a box also, so we are going to introduce another field set. Okay, in this field set we are going to put our field set. We are not introducing any legend again in this and next stuff. So what we'll just insert here is a p tag, and we'll call it check all okay, check all that apply. We just go to our browser and do the refreshing. We see it gives us another box inside this, so that's the meaning of this check all that apply. So I'll just put a BRO tag here to separate these guys. Just bring in my BRO guy, and it's going to do the magic for me. So just refresh. You see it separates the first box because of the field set. So that's it, and let's continue. Now we are using a checkbox for this time, so we just introduce our input, and we introduce type. All we need is checkbox. Then we now close it right here. Okay, so beside this checkbox we write I have tattoos. If you have tattoos, you click on that checkbox. If you don't have, you go. Okay, or piercings, or piercings. Okay, the next thing we are going to introduce a BRO tag before we move on. BRO tag. So we just copy this. Okay, we do our Control C. Sorry. Control C, Control V. Then what do we want here? I'm going to delete this. I am more than 2 years old than my daughter. Than your daughter. I'm more than 2 years old than your daughter, not my daughter. Okay, so the next one, same thing. we do Ctrl V, Ctrl Z. Let's go back, go down, Ctrl V. What are we going to type in here? Okay, we type in let's just type in I own a Ferrari. Okay, let's just type I own a car. And the next thing that we are going to type, Ctrl V, and the last thing here we are just going to type I work full time. I work full time. Okay, that's all for that field set. Let's just go to our browser and see what we are talking about. So we just go down here, scroll, refresh, and everything works. So I have tattoos. Once if you have tattoos, you tick, you click, and you click it. Okay, so we continue. We continue from here. We are going to introduce another field set below this. So before we introduce it, I'm going to bring in a BR tag. Then we go down, introduce another field set, and close it. And what do we want? We need a P tag. Then we close it, and we call it political persuasion. Political persuasion. Political persuasion. Okay, that's it. So after typing political persuasion, we are going to type in we are going to introduce a select box that will have this select box will have a toggle button. Once you introduce select, let me show you the meaning of what I'm talking about. You go to your browser and refresh. So this is it. That's the meaning of that select. That toggle it. Okay, so let me just style and I'll just put in width. I want to increase the width of that to 10 VW. Okay, then I close it. Then I want to introduce the options. Give it the options there. So what do I want? I want the political persuasion. Is it the left wing? Is it the left wing? Okay, so when I go to my browser and refresh, I've increased the width. So let me increase the width again. The width is not enough, so let me increase it to 20. Then we go back and refresh it again. So that's it, left wing. So I'll give it another option. I'll just copy this, Ctrl C, then Ctrl V. Then I'll change this place to right wing. Then the last one, Ctrl V. Then I change this place to conservative. Then I go to my browser and refresh. Then if I click on this, anyone that I choose, is it conservative or it appears there. So that's the meaning of what I just showed. Okay, so from here right now we are going to introduce another field set. So let me just scroll down here. Another field set. Before we introduce our field set, we introduce the BR tag and close it. Introduce another field set. Then we close it. Remember, we are introducing a field set inside that same form. Okay, so we introduce it down, and we are going to introduce a legend this time around. Legend. We close it. And what do we want in this legend? We want AC. We want AC section, where the person has to write some words, some few words. Okay, we go down, introduce a paragraph, a p tag. And what do we want? We give the person instruction in 50 words or more. In 50 words or more. Explain why my daughter why you want date. Okay, explain in 50 words why you want to date my daughter. Okay, so from here you are going to give the person a place for the person to type in. So we introduce the text area. So we give the what do we want here? We introduce a placeholder, or let's just give it a height first. Let's style it. Okay, we give it a width. Let's say 50%. And we give it a height also, and we call it 50%. So we give it a placeholder. Enter text here. Okay, that's it. Let's just go to the browser and refresh and see how our code is going. Okay, we scroll. Okay, in 50 words or more, explain why you want to date my daughter. So is a text area. What do you want? Give some few things about it. So you style it, give it. Okay, so the next thing that we want also, we are going to do the same thing here. So let's just copy this. Control C, Control V. Okay, so what do we want? We say please upload contact details. Please upload contact details for two references. Okay, so the next thing that we want also, we are going to introduce a p tag is the next thing. We introduce a p tag. We say upload police clearance. Upload police clearance certificate. Upload police clearance certificate, comma, bank statement. And medical certificates. Medical certificates. Yeah. Okay. So right now we are going to introduce a button. Okay, let's just introduce the input type. Or let's just introduce a button at once. Button. Then we close it. We say attach files. Once you're done, you attach your files there. Okay, so below your field set, we introduce a BR tag, and down there you introduce the input type also, and we say type. And what do we want? We want submit. We want to submit it, so you type in submit, then you give it a value, and this value you say send your application. Okay, so that's it. Let's just go to your browser and see. So we refresh and we scroll down. So attach your files, send your application once you are done with it. So let's just go and start from the beginning. I'll just reduce the screen, reduce it. Let me increase it again. Okay, so application for permission to date my daughter note form is to be completed. There's a mistake here in my spelling of completed, so let me go and correct it. Completed. Okay, so I go back to my browser and refresh. So that's it. Form is to be completed at least 21 days prior to date. So you see it here: name, address, gender. Because of this field set, you introduce your date, male, female, and everything here. Check all that apply. Political persuasion. Okay, so there's one thing we did not put here. We want to know the person's education, the level completed, the person's education. So let's impute it in that place of political persuasion. Also, same thing here. We just copy this, Ctrl+C, then down here Ctrl+V. Then we are going to change this political persuasion, and we are going to impute level completed. We want to know the person's level of education. Level completed. Then what do you want? Is it the university? or is it college or none? When the person did not go to school, so you just go to your browser and refresh. So this is it, level completed. So college none. Okay, so that's all for today. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to style this your form to look great, wonderful. Input some styling, colors, length, weight, margin, and all those things with our CSS. So I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe. Make sure you subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. I am Clement Udama, thanking you for being with me all this while. God bless you. Bye bye.